So why all the hate for Coolie? Putting aside the big fan fights, putting aside the YouTube or social media reviewers slash critics slash roasting people and all these groups with vested interests, putting all that aside, okay, why so much drama over it? Well, anything that is popular and big is naturally bound to draw both extremely positive and extremely negative views, okay, and tools like technology can amplify voices that were in the past even considered minority. So that is the reality currently. Before I go into what are the elements that went wrong in Coolie, now this is quite important because if there is no healthy discussion on what went right and wrong in a film, a kind of a autopsy, if you will, the creative team who makes the film in the future will either keep making bad films, or they might take a wrong lesson from an apparently successful film because Coolie has collected a decent amount of money. This, of course, would lead the makers to think that how can I replicate this? Jailer made a lot of money, which is why you see a lot of Jailer similarities in Coolie. If Jailer was average, probably Coolie would have been a more authentic voice of the director Lokesh Kanagaraj. Okay, so a lot of interesting things are emerging when Coolie is discussed, at least discussed in my mind, my internal brain space. So one thing interesting to note is that when filmmakers work with very little resources, little salary, little time, is it always bad? Well, Lokesh said that he didn't have time. We bought the argument because Nelson said the same thing when he was making Beast for Vijay, and probably there was some merit in it. The filmmaker needs some time to polish his vision and set up all the filmmaking the way he wants to do it. Well, the big gaping question, size of the elephant in the room, is that how is it that people like yesteryear directors, okay, K.S. Ravikumar, Suresh Krishna, P. Vasu, all of them, how could they, with limited budget and a span of about 100 days, come up with very competent, very entertainment, very engaging films that stands the test of time? You can watch these films even now. You can watch Basha, Logic, Loopholes and all, Padayappa, and have a good time with them, right? Of course, some sensibilities are different with the passage of time, but they are by and large entertaining products. So I started thinking about it. So before anything, I think it's fair that talk about some of the positives of the films. Obviously, just like well, when you pay people good money, you do get a certain quality, and especially if their job is technical in nature without needing to pander or cater to too much of commercial interest, right? For example, camera work was good because camera, of course, people want the scenes to look beautiful and nice. Budget is there, so why not, right? Music was good. Anirudh did what he needed to do, and he loves superstar. So when we watched the film, we enjoyed the way camera work was done. We enjoyed the music, background music, nice, sweet to our ears. Okay, those things were good. But where the problem comes? The problem comes in the interface between business and art. Okay, Lokesh has his own way of making films with his own style. Was he in an aura or in a kind of a hatred, energy, or anger space when he was trying to make this movie? Is that shining through and causing a lot of negativity around it? Well, we can discuss a bit on that. Okay, let's take the so-called item song. Right? Did anybody force him to do it? Right? Is it the assistant director who said, boss, we need a commercial aspect in this film? Is it the producer who said that to market this film, you saw what happened to Jailer, the item song created attention, please put an item song in, or what happened, right? Because I think Loki did not want to put it in. He was not interested in it. He is all about fast-paced action films. But I think what learning point Loki can take from here is that even if you are forced to put something in for commercial reasons by somebody else, right, or even you yourself do it out of a compulsion, although you in your heart you don't want to do it, still put in some effort, right? Let's say you're a chef, right? you don't like cooking noodles, you like cooking rice. But if circumstances or the customer is requesting it, still try to put some effort and some heart into it rather than just do it with hatred or disinterest. So if you see the so-called item song in the film Jailer, Nelson would have made an effort to make it into the story as part of the story. There's a reason, right? There's a reason why the dance occurs, the scene is in the movie. Okay. Do you think that yesteryear classic movies did not have item songs? Did you see Nayagan, the one that Kamal fans always sing that is the biggest film ever and all that, Nayagan? It is a copy of the Hollywood Godfather. That's a different topic, but you saw the item song where Kamal and Janagraj are smuggling some things on a boat in the sea, and Janagraj wants to have some fun. He says, I'm going to bring some entertainment or whatever, and he dances and enjoys with the girl while Kamal is focused on what he's doing. So it's like sort of going along with the story, right? So various movies were like that. Everybody knew item songs were made for some fun, some music, and to give some, what's the word for it, eye candy for the guys. But they did try to blend it into the story. So if you see in Coolie, the amount of disinterest that's shown that out of the blue suddenly there's one small scene saying that, oh, there's going to be a reception in the harbour. Suddenly Subin says, oh, Monica, why does he seems to be familiar with Monica. Who is Monica? What's going on? It's totally, they seem to be not bothered. It's like maybe Lokesh just gave the dance master the whole set and say, okay, do what you want to do. Something it feels like that, at least. So if that Monica role has come along a bit with the story, if the event that made the dance happen had more stronger reason to be in the script, then I think people would have enjoyed a win-win situation. Right? So but now that Monica song stands out like a sore thumb. It's like just thrown into there, like, here you guys, here you unwashed hordes of common folk, who doesn't know how to appreciate art. Here, item song, I threw it, take it, treating us like some kind of goats or pigs like that, right? So maybe Lokesh was very unhappy in throwing that into the movie because there does not seem to be any effort. Okay. So that is my take on one aspect of the film that is supposedly good. Anirudh did good. The dancers did what they can, which is good also. Cameraman did well, but it was just like thrown into the mix. So writing team, director, best responsibility for this. And a few other points, right? So I started with the item song. So I think this video might go a part 2, guys. The other thing is character motivation. So when you talk about script and story, you must see why a character does what they do. Look at Basha, right? They spend some time building up him as a family person, trying to bring up his brother, sister, and all that. So when they build up all those, and then the transformation happens, you really buy into the story. You really buy into the vision, okay, of the director. So they invest time in that. They don't just like give it like a few minutes or barely that. Right, if you see the relationship of Rajini and Satyaraj in this film, you have almost a 3-hour film, and you're saying that there's no time to tell a story about their background and what caused their bond to be so strong, right? And as many people already said, what made Satyaraj's daughter a strong reason, not just a casual reason why she hates Rajini and all that. So that was lacking. I will delve more deep into this in the part 2, guys.